Yo, what's going on, you guys? Today we have the code, the unwritten rules of fighting and retribution in ice hockey. I'm just now starting to get into hockey. You guys, been telling me a lot. I've been learning a lot from the past videos I reacted to. You guys told me that video I reacted to wasn't the best video. It wasn't the best video for a first time, for a beginner when it comes to hockey. So this is why I'm reacting to this video. You guys recommended this video that I check it out. So that's what I'm doing right now, man. I'm gonna see. I think they're gonna explain the fightings. How do the fights begins? How do they stop? When do the referees put a stop to the fight? All of that. So I'm excited to get into it. So without further ado, man, we're gonna get straight to it. Come on.
The code. The sport of ice hockey is the only sport on the planet that tolerates fighting and retribution, even though their rules prohibit doing so. Referees will penalize players for breaking the rules, but sometimes the players take matters into their own hands.
Wait, so it's not in the rules to fight, but they just allow it? Okay. That's okay. Let's see.
There are unwritten rules that govern how players should behave that you won't find in any rulebook. And there are even specific players on hockey teams whose sole job it is to police the game accordingly. These are the enforcers, otherwise known as goons, tough guys, fighters or cops.
Gotcha.
And whilst it's their sole job to police the game, the code applies to every player on the ice. These unwritten rules are based on mutual respect for your opponents and protecting your teammates. This is the code. The first rule of the code is that they do not talk about the code. Whilst these rules exist amongst players, there is no official record of the rules of the code, except for this video. And you won't find these in any official rulebook. The NHL, or International Ice Hockey Federation, will always officially decline to comment about any code. This is because they don't want to officially admit that their sport that they govern isn't completely under their control. The players police the game as much as the referees do, and sometimes they police it a little too much. Rule number 2, if you do something bad, expect to pay the price. Let's say that you spitefully whack your opponent with a stick, and for some reason, the referees and linesmen completely missed it. No penalty is called against you, and you seemingly get away with it. I guarantee that the other team saw it, and they'll be gunning for you to avenge your crimes. There is now a giant bullseye on your back, with members of the opposing team looking to return the favor.
Do you guys think it's because the sport is so dangerous? They running on ice. They got a stick in their hands. Is that why, to protect themselves? You do something crazy on the ice, the other team have all the right to avenge themselves, to self-defense. You know what I mean? So is that the reason why? Yeah, tell me in the comments, man. That would be interesting, though.
Or another. And if you manage to avoid punishment until the end of the game, just wait until you play them again. I guarantee they won't have forgotten. Your crime is not transient, and they won't stop headhunting you until you have paid the price. Rule number 3, you do not target stars. Should you unfairly target a star player, expect swift retribution as per rule number 2. Rule number 4, ignore rule 3 if that star breaks rule 2. Sidney Crosby, a generational player that can score goals at will and will one day be enshrined into the Hockey Hall of Fame. A talent so immense that he doesn't need to dive, take cheap shots or hit anybody when they're down. But he does it anyway. This is totally unacceptable. Once you're a star player that resorts to these tactics, rule number 3 no longer applies, and you'll have a bullseye on your back just like everyone else. Rule number 5, no sucker punches. There is a proper decorum to challenge someone to a fight. However, sucker punching someone, i.e. punching them when they're down or not looking, is an unacceptable way of doing so. This is cowardly, and blindsiding someone like this will result in the opposing team taking note. Expect swift retribution as per rule number 2. Lots of it.
That's so interesting though, man. It's like, man, y'all sport. It's I don't know. I like it though. I like it. That just I feel like you just hold everybody accountable. Like, be careful what you do on the ice because you're gonna get what's coming for you. You feel me? So it's like if somebody just out of control on the ice, bro. Hey, come on, let's settle this. Let's settle this, bro. Then they're not gonna do. They know what's coming, so they're not gonna do anything crazy, you know. So again, that's just to protect themselves, and I like that rule, man. I wish this rule was in American football. I think that would make the game way more interesting. I think it would make it more interesting for sure.
Pick on someone your own size or bigger.
Gotcha.
Rule number 7. Verbally or physically agree. To challenge someone to a fight, it's important to stand square onto your opponent. Gesture with the hands, the helmet, or start shaking off your gloves. Dropping the stick is a clear indication that you want to throw down. It's fair to bait them physically or verbally, but if you're wearing a cage or full visor, it's proper etiquette to remove that prior to fighting your opponent. Fighting with a half visor may be morally acceptable in some, but not all, leagues. Rule number 8. Don't back down. When challenged to a fight, especially if you have been guilty of a crime committed on the ice, it is seen as cowardly if you do not accept the challenge. Backing down is not cool. You will not receive any brownie points with your teammates and expect some form of retribution sometime during the game, legal or not.
Okay.
Rule number 9. You do not turtle. Once you have engaged in a fight, it is not acceptable to turtle, i.e. curl up in a ball to avoid punches. This is seen as cowardly.
Wow.
You have accepted the challenge to fight, and fight you must.
Man, this is a tough game, man. Like, this game is not for the weak because you got like somebody challenge you to a fight because of something you've done, bro. You got to square up. Man, that's I like it. I like it though, man. I like it. Again, it just hold everybody accountable, bro. It just hold everybody accountable.
Rule number 10. It is acceptable to premeditate fights. It is deemed courteous to politely ask a player if he wants to fight. Exhibit A, Georges Larac.
You want to? Okay. Square up? Okay, good luck, man.
This is the gentlemanly way of instigating a fight, and a fine example of good code etiquette. If a premeditated challenge is accepted, the gloves must come off and helmet visors removed before you fight.
It's always so funny to me though, man. Like, the refs be right there, and they just, go ahead, yeah. You want to fight? Yeah, go ahead, do your thing. Oh yeah. Oh, you drop your gloves, I'm gonna pick it up for you. Why y'all fight? I'm gonna pick up the gloves for you, man. You tired? Do your thing. It's so funny to me that it's just so acceptable.
Enforcers will actually remove their helmets completely and roll up their sleeves. This is to protect their opponent's hands as well as their own. This is the ultimate mark of respect. Rule number 11. You do not punch someone lying down. Once the fight has reached the ground, and one or both combatants have hit the ice, you must stop immediately. They are in a defenseless position. It is dishonorable to hit someone when they're down, especially if they can't defend themselves. The punishment and retaliation for breaking this rule is severe. Rule number 12. You do not fight goalies unless you are a goalie or they instigate it.
Gotcha.
Goalies, like stars, have a job to do, and it doesn't involve fighting. Unless they challenge you and it's obvious that they're doing so, leave them well alone. That said, it is acceptable for both goalies to fight each other, even if no incident has happened between them. Rule number 13. Brawling is fair game. It is perfectly acceptable to retaliate to multiple infractions made by both sides. If every player steps in at once,
that's actually crazy, bro. Bro, what? You got like 4 or 5 fights happening, and the rest in the middle just like, man, hey, do your thing, hey, let me know what y'all done. That's crazy to me, man.
Challenge someone completely unrelated to the original altercation and fight with them. This is to prevent the opposing player from applying damage to your teammates and to temporarily eliminate them from the game by getting them and yourself sent to the penalty box. 14, be wary of pests. A pest is a player whose sole job it is to antagonize and annoy you and your teammates in order to draw penalties. They will resort to anything from verbal abuse to underhand tactics to licking your face. They will most likely challenge you to a fight and then proceed to run away, leaving you with an instigator penalty. Be cautious when you challenge them to a fight, because that's exactly what they want you to do.
Nah, that's actually funny.
Rule number 15, the golden rule. You stand up for your teammates, whether it's your job or not.
Bro, I don't know if y'all watch basketball like the NBA. Bro, this in the NBA would be so funny, man. It's so entertaining. I would literally watch every game. I mean, I watch a lot of the games now, but I'll watch every game simply because of this. Bro, this will be so entertaining, man. I don't know if y'all know, if y'all watch basketball, y'all know Draymond Green. He would like, I could see him exactly being the pest that was talked about in this video, man. Man, this would be so fun.
Enforcer or not, if you are on the ice and foul play happens, you are expected to stand up for your teammates, regardless of size, weight, or star power. These players will stand up for you, through thick and through thin, and it is seen as cowardly to not return the favour. Teammates will notice if you don't have their back, so be wary because one day, it might be you that needs the help. The most interesting thing is that the code is open to interpretation. No two players have the exact same interpretation of the code.
Gotcha.
But in general, these are the rules that ice hockey players live and die by, even if they're not written down. When regular rules aren't enforced properly, the code dictates how justice is served. In conclusion, there are some amazingly talented players in the sport of ice hockey, and there are people whose job it is to protect them. These men and women have given up being stars themselves, taken lower paychecks, significantly shortened their own careers, and risked their lives and future health, all to protect their teammates when the rules of the game fail to do so.
Gotcha.
These are noble warriors who will fight with honor and within the unwritten rules of the game. They deserve our absolute respect because they are the enforcers of the code.
Wow.
Guys,
Yeah, I think that's it.
thank you very much for watching this video. I'm this close to over 100,000 subscribers, so if you haven't already, like, share and subscribe. Please share and subscribe and help me get over that 100k mark. And if you already are a subscriber, let me know in the comment section below what you think of this video.
Yeah.
Did I miss out various rules? Do you think I got any of them wrong? And also, let me know which hockey fights you thought was the best ever.
Yeah. This was a good video, man. This was a very, very good video. I learned a lot. Man, it's like you have people on the ice simply just there to instigate or just to fight, bro. It's just crazy, man. It's crazy, and I feel like it makes the game more entertaining, and he holds everybody accountable. Like, bro, be careful what you do. Be careful who you hit, who you want to start a fight with. You feel me? Which I like that. I like that a lot. I think they should implement that in a lot more sports, and like players wouldn't pick on just anybody because they know what's coming to them. But yeah, this was a very good video. One question I still have though is like, I've seen the refs stop the fight when somebody fall on the ground and they're in a defenseless position. So is that the only way the refs stop the fights, or is more like if the ref see that, I don't know, man. When do the refs actually stop the fight, other than when one of the players are on the floor on a defenseless position? That's a question that I still have. I was waiting to see if he'll go there, but he didn't go there. If he did, I probably missed it. But tell me in the comments, please. Yeah, man, this was a good video. I liked it. Thank you guys for watching with me. Continue to like, continue to comment, subscribe. I'll see you on the next one. Bye bye.